Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Here we go! Yo, welcome to the live stream, everybody. It's Beef Vegan Presents. My name's Beef Vegan. This is Aaron. Good morning,
What's going on,
Aaron.
everybody?
Yes, so we are doing the live stream. We got a lot of stuff to cover here in the next hour. So don't forget to comment, like, and share, and do all that good stuff. We're about to try to give away Aaron's tickets here soon. And
Good luck.
He has tickets to the Tucson Sugar Skulls this Saturday against the Duke City Gladiators.
And I plan on going, so come at me.
Yeah. So that's going to be happening here in just a few minutes. And we're currently in commercial break on the FM side on Rock 102.1. I do have to do a little tease and then get the game going. So that's going to be happening. Plus, we'll go through F My Life. I got a big question to ask the people here, Erin and Drum, when she gets in here and situated. And we have another edition of the Score Report. If you missed it, it was Emil and Andrea. And we did that at 7 o'clock. But I'm going to replay it here at 9 on the FM side. I might even pop in a little bit of it here on the stream so you can check it out and listen for yourself. All right. So let me get this tease out of the way. So I'm going to set this up here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. You want to win tickets to the Tucson Sugar Skulls? All you got to do is beat Aaron. Call me right now. 600 KFMA. That's 600-5362. Good luck. And there you go. So hopefully get somebody on the phone here.
Call on in. Come at me.
Yeah.
I'm undefeated at this game. I plan on staying that way.
It's true. You're 2-0, and that's a big deal.
It was a big deal. It's not easy victories. It's a hard game.
Yeah. It's not 5-0, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we will see. Because we're going to play the last word. It should be pretty good. How's everybody doing? Let me get a roll call. Let's see what's up with the comments here. There you go. What's up? All right, let's say hi to whoever's calling. Ooh, I got a bunch of people calling. Ooh, all right. I like this. Rock 102.1, who's this?
This is Laura.
Laura, you want to play against Aaron in the last word for a chance to win Sugar Skull tickets?
Sure. Do I need to turn my radio down?
Yeah, turn your radio down just so
Okay,
dancing
I'm
doesn't
calling
blast.
from the back. Hold on, I'm taking care of a baby kitten, so let me get up.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah. That's awesome.
I do got to warn you, I'm good at this game.
Okay, hold on 1 second, let me turn this down.
All right, you turn it down, Laura.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, hold on 1 second. We're going to do this here in about a minute and a half, so stay on hold for me, okay? All right.
All right, I will.
All right, cool.
Bye.
Bye. Rock 102.1, who's this? Ron?
Yep.
All right, Ron. You're going to be contestant number 2. Just in case Laura can't beat Aaron, I'll let you go up against Aaron and try to win these tickets, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. Hold on for me. Okay, Laura and Ron.
Nice.
Yes. It's going to be good.
What are the topics? Want to give me a heads up?
I do not. Going to keep it 100% fair. That's how we do things here.
Dang.
I know. It's going to be fun, though. Let's see. I got the first one. Now I got to. Okay.
Don't make it too hard now.
No, I make these super easy. That's the point.
I don't know. Some of those are pretty hard.
Yeah, I get it.
3-person bands, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, 3-person bands was tough.
Like when you sit down and think about it, it's easy, but on the clock.
Yeah, now you're just see what you're doing is you're casting doubt to yourself.
No, I'm just trying to make sure that people know what they're getting into. And when they witness me win, they have the respect
No, you're getting
for how
in your
hard
own
this
head.
game is.
No, you're getting in your own head. It is a difficult game. I don't think people understand how difficult it is. Good morning, Adrian. Good morning, Brian. What up, Nick? What's up, Mike? What's cracking? What's up, Eric? Good to see you.
The stream.
Everybody,
is
if you're
cracking.
watching on the stream, comment, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Let's get into this. Get set up here, Drum, but be quiet. We're on the air, okay? Rock 102.1 KFMA. I have tickets to give away. I gave them away to my good friend Aaron here on the show for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. They're playing against Duke City Gladiators this Saturday at the TCC, but we're going to play around to the last word and see if a listener can't win those tickets away from Aaron.
I like going to these games, so
yeah,
I'm playing to win.
And Aaron is 2-0 in the Beef Vegan Presents Competitive League, and he's very proud of his undefeated record, and he's trying to remain undefeated. But I got two contestants back to back in case he wins against Laura, who's our first contestant. Yes. Laura, are you there?
I am.
Okay, so here's the deal. You got 30 seconds on the clock. The clock will begin once I tell you what the category is, and I'll let you go first, okay? Okay. So you're going to give an answer. Aaron's going to give an answer back. You're going to keep going back and forth, giving answers on this one topic. You cannot repeat what the other person has said. And whoever gets the last correct answer right before the clock runs out, they're going to win these tickets, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Laura, name a type of fruit.
Peaches.
Okay.
Banana.
Okay. Laura.
Yes.
Say it again. What another kind of fruit? Keep going.
Apricot.
Okay.
Apple.
Okay.
Grape.
Dragon fruit.
Okay.
Kiwi.
That's a good one.
Kiwi, yeah. 8 seconds.
8 seconds. All right. Tomato.
Yeah, that's fruit. Oh, the clock ran out, Laura. Aaron just beat you.
3-0.
Oh, no.
You had to keep going, Laura. Oh.
I was thinking. I was right there, and I was too late.
It's a tough game.
Yes.
The obvious ones are almost the harder ones.
Absolutely. Well,
Find the farm.
Yes. Thank you so much for playing there, Laura.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a great day.
You too. Now, congratulations. Now you're 3-0, but you could be 3-1 depending if Ron could beat you or not. Ron, you there?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, you know how to play the last word, so let's get into it. I'll let you go first, and the clock will begin as soon as I give you this topic. Name a type of vegetable. Go.
Avocado.
Okay.
Cucumber. Zucchini.
No. You name one, and then it goes to Aaron.
Okay.
Do I have to re-explain these rules real quick? Because I don't have that much time. So you're going to name one.
No.
He's going to go back, and he's going to name one. You can't repeat what he says, okay?
Sounds okay.
And technically, I'm going to say avocado's a fruit. So let's not.
That was a tough start.
Yeah. So let's start all over again. Name a type of vegetable. Go, Ron.
Cucumber.
Cucumber. Go, Aaron.
Broccoli.
Okay. Back to you, Ron.
Carrot.
Spinach.
Back to you, Ron.
Zucchini.
Cauliflower.
Squash.
Potato.
3 seconds.
Bell pepper.
Bell peppers.
No!
Ron got
No!
it at the last minute. Ron just beat Aaron. Yes. Congratulations,
He played
Ron.
the clock.
That's right. You played the clock, and you did a hell of a job doing so. So I'm very proud of you, Ron. Stay on hold. You just stole Aaron's tickets away from him. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you.
No worries. All right, we got another edition of the Score Report coming up after Bring Me the Horizon right here on Beef Vegan Presents. Clear. Oh, look at that, Aaron. 4-1.
Had to let
Oh,
him
no,
win.
3-1.
Had to let the listeners win the tickets.
No, you did not. All right. So he's lying on that, guys. Just know that for a fact. He's just a liar.
I don't know about that.
I do have to get Ron's information here. And hold on. I have to load up these streams here. I forgot to do so because I'm an idiot. But I have some clips that Aaron and I did this morning as we keep this stream going. And we're getting Drum all set up as well, which is good. Oh, hold on, Drum. I'll wrap with you here in a second. Let me just get this going here. Okay. All right. So as I get Ron's information, let me play you this clip from earlier today. I forgot exactly what we were talking about, but it was a good time.
It must have been a good clip.
Yeah. I labeled it Talk Break. It's fantastic. And we might even do another round of Last Word with you streamers. So if you guys want to call when we're off the air and try to take on either Aaron or Drum in the last word on this Wednesday. That'd be fun to do so. So I'm just waiting on my upload. Well, all right, until we do, here's Faker, Florida. Rock 102.1, I know exactly what you're saying, Beck. It's Beefegan Presents here. Let's get ready for another edition of Faker, Florida. Here's how this game works. It's very simple. I'm going to give you 4 headlines. You're going to have to try to guess the fake one, okay? The other headlines are straight out of the great state of Florida. 600 KFMA, that's 600-5263 if you want to call in to win tickets to the Tucson Sugar Skulls. They're playing against the Duke City Gladiators this Saturday at the TCC. So I have tickets on the line if you can correctly guess which one of these 4 headlines is fake. Here's our headlines. A Vero Beach man accused of having cocaine in his hat told investigators he didn't know the drugs were there. That's first headline.
All right.
Second headline, a Palm Beach County man was charged with animal cruelty after he was caught blowing marijuana smoke into an iguana's face in an attempt to get them high. All right, next headline. A Vero Beach man was arrested after he threatened to rob a McDonald's because he had to pay for extra dipping sauce.
Ooh, egregious.
And final headline. Peleas Park McDonald's worker on probation for cocaine possession was arrested for dousing a customer with a large soft drink during a dispute at the drive-thru window. So we're going to go to the phones and see if we could identify which one of these headlines is fake. Rock 102.1, who's this?
I think it is my name is Julian. I think it's the headline with the robbing the dipping sauces.
The robbing the dipping sauces. That, unfortunately, is true, Julian. So, yes, that actually happened in Florida. Thanks for calling. Rock 102.1, who's this?
This is Manny.
All right, Maddie, which one of these headlines is fake?
Man, beef is tough.
I know.
I'm going to go with number 2.
Number 2, the Palm Beach County man who was charged with animal cruelty after he was caught blowing marijuana smoke into an iguana's face.
Yeah.
Maddie, you're correct. That is our fake headline. Even though I'm sure it's happened.
I know, right?
But in Florida, they don't charge you with animal cruelty for getting an animal high. So, yes. And then to recap, the other story is absolutely true. Like the McDonald's worker on probation for cocaine possession who doused the customer with a drink in the drive-thru window. And, of course, the Vero Beach man accused of having cocaine in his hat and saying he didn't know the drugs were there. So, Maddie, you just won yourself a pair of tickets for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Congratulations.
All right. Thanks, man.
No worries, dude. Stay on hold. I'll get all your info, okay?
All right.
All right, coming up next, we got another round of FML. So if you got an F My Life situation you want to share, email me, beefegan@kfma.com, and we'll have those for you next on Rock 102.1 KFMA. And we're back here live, waiting on Drum to get on the stream as we have another edition of Score Report coming up in about 90 seconds. So if you haven't heard Emil and Andrea, you could turn on the radio to catch some of that.
It's a juicy one.
It is pretty juicy. Wasn't as juicy as last week. Last week was a little more heated. This one, the reveal, you heard the reveal, right?
Oh, I've heard it.
Did you see it coming?
I did not.
Yeah, neither did I. I was just like, dear Lord, what? Is that a thing?
He definitely had someone paid off.
I mean, I call shenanigans, but they both swear it's 100% legit. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're about to hear it. And I'm going to share that here in a few. So
what a tease.
I know. It's a good tease. So I have what? Speaking of which, so I got 45 seconds before you get the score report. Score report. Till then, look at Drum. Can't hear you yet, but that's okay. Go ahead and say it now.
Good morning.
There you go. All right. So, and we're going to have another one with Drum coming up here in a few. And I have a question for you, Drum. This was a Reddit thread. And I thought it was a good question because I've known friends of mine who went on the Sugar Babies site.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask that a little bit later.
All right.
Yeah. And it's
I'm ready.
Would you ever or did you ever consider, going the Sugar Baby route? Don't answer yet.
All right.
Let me get into this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the show. It's Wednesday. In case you missed our score report from this morning, well, you're in luck. I got a replay for you. It's Emil and a girl named Andrea. They met at Warped Tour, fell in love for a night, and this was the recap. Check it out.
And then we started hooking up.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Someone tell me how to feel.
And there's our young Romeo now, and whoa, he has scored.
Beef Vegan presents the Score Report.
Rock 102.1. It's Wednesday morning, and it's my favorite time of day. It's time for another round of the Score Report. In the hot seat this morning is Emil. Good morning, Emil.
What's up, dude?
I'm very excited that you are willing to do this.
Yeah.
Now, we had to go way back to find a girl that you hooked up with casually. Thank God for social media. We were able to track down Andrea. Now, where did you meet Andrea?
This was at a Warped Tour back in like 2009 or something like that. You really did your homework with this one.
Yeah, man. Well, thankfully, Facebook.
Yeah.
But it took a while to get her to reach back, but I'm glad she did. So you met her at Warped Tour. You guys hit it off. Everything went good.
Yeah. I think it was like during, Bad Religion or NoFX was playing. We just got to talking, and it seemed like fireworks. It was a pretty fun night.
It sounds magical. Before I call her up, how good do you think you did that night?
I feel like I was pretty successful with maybe my rating. I'm going to give myself I'm going to be modest, say a 7.
Although that's a very modest number, 7. All right, well, let's find out what Emil's score is. Let's give Andrea a call right now.
Yeah, hello?
Hello, Andrea.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a Beef Vegan. I messaged you on Facebook the other day with Beef Vegan Presents.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
thank you so much for giving me your number.
Doing?
I do have a few questions. Now, you met Emil and hung out with him at the Warped Tour, yes?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. My gosh.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I want to get down to the nitty gritty because we got to know how good Emil is. First and foremost, what would you rate his appearance on a scale of 1 to 10?
Let's go with a 7 on that.
A 7, okay.
He's,
So bad.
Yeah.
he's really skinny,
Yeah.
a hipster, and he's good looking and like a little rugged, but he's just a little too skinny for me. That's why I'm going for the 7. Like if he had a little bit more beef on his body, then that he'd be a 10.
Oh, so I would be a 9, but Emil's a 7. I get it.
Adonis over here.
Yeah. You gotta get beefier, Emil. That's the problem.
I know. I
Yes.
heard it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him. I like him a little thick. I
Yeah.
want him to
Oh, this is not about you hitting on me right now. Let's focus back on Emil. All right. So now we got the appearance of 7. That's good. What about his kiss? On a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a kisser is Emil?
Oh wow, that was a long time ago, but I'm gonna have to say a 10.
Oh, a 10.
Yeah,
Dude.
I couldn't keep my. He definitely knew what he was doing, and yeah.
Wow.
Once we started kissing, it led to other things.
So far, so good for Emil, but right after Jet with Cold Hard Bitch, we reveal what his bedroom score is on a scale of 1 to 10. You don't want to miss it. It's part 2 of the Score Report next on Beef Vegan Presents Rock 102.1 KFMA. Oh, that's how you hit a tease.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, hanging out here with my good buddy Aaron. It's time to go through your emails on your F My Lives for today. Again, you could email me your F My Life situation at beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. This first one's from Stacy out in Vail. Today, I was making out with this guy when my nose started bleeding and it got all over his face. F My Life, Aaron?
There's probably more people into that than not into that. I'm going to go with he's being a baby.
You're probably right about that. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to say big baby as well. All right, next F My Life situation from Anonymous. Today, after getting fired, I went home only to find my boss sitting in my living room. Apparently, he and my mom had been dating for months, and he felt compelled to let me go because it was a conflict of interest.
I'll give him an F my life for that one. That's a rough situation.
Yeah, it is, man. It's like you got fired and your boss that fired you is banging your mom.
Oof.
Total F my life. All right, next situation. Today, this is from Eric in Marana. Today, my girlfriend put a paper bag over my head while we had sex. Her reason? Because she thinks she's so good in bed, she was worried I'd hyperventilate due to all the excitement. Instead, I fainted due to a lack of oxygen after 3 minutes.
That's some confidence right there.
That's a lot of confidence.
I'm going to go with Big Baby because, you got to experiment in these times. You got to keep it spicy.
And you know what? I'm going to disagree, and I say F my life because you're probably ugly. And that's the real deal.
Oh, that's the way to read between the lines right there.
Yeah, I mean, if they're putting a paper bag over your face, that doesn't mean you look good.
Yep, I changed my answer. You're right on that one.
All right, next situation. Today, I was given a new nickname at work due to my boss always confusing me with one of my coworkers who was taller than me. Someone suggested he just call us the same name and make it simpler. The tall one would be Big, and the short one would be Little. Everyone at my job now calls me Little Dick.
There's some positives to that.
I don't know if
Lil
there
Dicky's
is.
a pretty famous rapper. It's a nice little comp right there.
Lil Dicky is, but he's not a famous rapper. He sounds like a server.
That's poor little Dick.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Littlefoot.
Yes. Yeah, we'll say F my life on that.
Yep.
And here's our final email of the day again. beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. Today, I talked to my boyfriend's dad for the first time. One of the first things he said to me was, "So, I hear you're a screamer."
Bad thing. Someone tell me how to feel.
And there's our young Romeo now, and whoa, he has scored.
Beef Vegan presents the Score Report.
Score.
Just a quick recap. Your appearance is a 7. She liked you. You're tall and you're rugged. Kiss is a 10. So this is looking very good for you, Emil.
Yeah, I'm happy with the scores.
All right, Andrea. Well, then I'm going to have to ask you the big question of the day. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good is Emil in bed?
The laugh.
Well, I'm gonna have to go with a 5.
Whoa, 5!
Oh,
Whoa,
no.
5!
What?
You just went from 7, 10, and then your stock dropped,
dropping.
dude. What? Okay, wait. Let's.
Yeah.
Well, why a 5?
Okay.
Everything else was going so well. Why a 5 with Emil?
Look, what's a 5 to me is gonna be a 12 to somebody else. Emil was just too big for me.
What? Oh, I hate you.
I had a feeling.
I hate you, Emil. You son of a
Those
bitch.
tall, lanky guys pack some kind of heat, let me tell you.
Right.
And Emil's packing that, and I remember needing to recover the next day, not just like some hangover stuff, but yeah, my situation down there needed a little bit of recovery after a meal.
Dear Lord, Emil.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
You had a feeling.
Yeah, afterwards I was just
Listen, don't get me wrong. He was real gentle. He was.
Okay.
It's just that it was just too much. It was just too much. I wasn't paralyzed or anything, but
Right.
it was just too much for me. I just want an average guy.
Right.
Down there.
There's actually women out there that want an average guy. That's amazing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate you so much right now, Emil.
Well, what can I say?
You dirty dog.
I'm all right with it. I was bummed with
You're
the 5.
all right with
I was
it.
bummed with the 5, but
Well, you're like
redemption
a kickstand.
5. Yeah.
I didn't. I'm disgusted. All right, I'm not disgusted. Good for you, I guess, Andrea, and good for you too. I'm sorry that it didn't turn out to be a 10, and I'm also very appreciative that to you size matters, and there is such thing as too big. So you're an inspiration.
Most definitely, size matters.
Yes.
Both ways.
Yes, I need you to call my girlfriend and tell her that as well. Be like, there is such thing as too big. That's a big deal. So you're lucky.
Maybe Emil should call your girlfriend.
No, I'm actually Emil should stay away from my girlfriend.
Let me have your
if I
phone
see
right
him
now.
talking to my girlfriend, I'll kill them both. All right, sorry. All right, that's that's the score report there. And just as a public announcement here, I would not kill them both. I think that was an exaggeration joke, and
I'm not sure about that.
I would not, just for the record. So I do call shenanigans, though. I'm like, good meal. Like, after we got off the phone with her, I'm like, how much did you pay her, you son of a bitch?
Yeah, they must have been in contact at some point.
Yeah, I don't doubt that he's packing, but I'm like, too big? Like, is that a thing? Come on. I know for drum, it's
let's
not.
hope it is.
Yeah. All right, we have more with drum in studio coming up next, and Beef Vegan Presents. Stick around. All right, so there you go. That was today's score report. Emil and Andrea, everybody. A 5. He got a 5. So let's say legitimately, and he swears he didn't talk to her ahead of time. And that's 5. She was being honest. And so there you have it. It could happen. It could happen. Now I look at him in a whole different light, though. That's for sure.
As you should.
Yeah, as I should. I know. All right. And of course, we had our F My Life's in between there. So we're sharing everything today.
Jam-packed.
Going. Jam-packed shizzo. And we gizzo. And you want to do real quick a last word between Drum and Aaron?
Oh man.
Always ready.
Let's do our best.
Right. Well, right now, Aaron has a record of 3-1. No, 3-1.
I don't know if everyone can see it. Aaron has like this look of determination in the eyes, trying to like see if he can beat me psychologically here. I feel it, the
I'd
intensity.
say 99% of this game is mental.
All right.
For sure.
In that case,
I would say it's 100% mental because you're thinking of the answers.
That's
a mental game.
That's one way to think of it.
Yeah. So Drum's record, real quick, before we get into it, is she is at 2-2. So she's at 500.
That's not bad.
That is not
I
bad.
feel pretty good about that.
In fact, actually, if Drum wins this, then the good news is she'll be tied with you, Aaron.
That's true.
Yeah.
Both 3-2.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So let's see what happens here.
Let's go.
Here's a category. Drum, allow you go first. Ladies first. Okay. Name a color.
Red,
Black,
blue,
magenta,
yellow,
periwinkle,
fuchsia,
seafoam green,
baby blue,
teal,
royal blue,
pink,
gray,
Fast response.
white,
black,
Oh, there it is. The clock ran out.
I'm sorry. I like to paint a lot, so I saw the list of colors in my head. I looked at my palette in my brain.
She's like,
that was
sees it
a
in her
hard one.
head.
There's like once you get to that many words, I have no idea what's already been said.
She just queen gambits you. She saw it in her head. She's looking up at the ceiling and she's seeing all the colors pop up in 3D.
I know.
I'm seeing all the colors right now.
I can't even make eye contact with her anymore. She's staring me down.
That's amazing. All right, I got to update the score sheet, and now we got ourselves a competitive league. To recap, in first place, Mari, 5-0.
Queen Mari.
And tied,
yeah,
I don't know
about
what
that.
place Aaron and Drum are, but I just know they're in the exact same spot.
It's been a rough day for me.
Yeah, you lost 2 today, bud.
Yeah.
3-2 for both of them. It's awesome. In case you missed this little segment from earlier, I forgot what it was already, but check it out. It was good. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. My name is Beef Vegan. I'm here with my buddy Aaron.
Good morning.
Good morning. Last night was a crazy storm, right?
It was pretty wild.
Came out of nowhere. The lightning and the thunder. I mean, it was banging through the roof of my house where it sounded like it was inside my room.
And it went right through Midtown, which hits pretty hard.
Yeah. Well, luckily everything was still standing this morning. But let me ask you a question, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it on last night?
I did not.
Oh, well, that's a shame. 83% of Americans say rainy days or nights are the best time for sex.
Really?
100%. So something about the pitter patter on the windows or just hearing the rain, looking outside the window. Maybe it's just like the darkness of the rain.
It can be kind of romantic out there.
Absolutely. Passionate, whatever. So I want to do a quick roll call. Just yes or no. Did you get it on last night? 600 KFMA, just to make Aaron feel bad because he didn't. You missed out on a golden opportunity.
I had a big radio show this morning. I needed to get my rest.
I have a big radio show every morning, and I still try to make the time to do it. Not every night. Some nights I'm like, I got to sleep. I got a big show tomorrow. But, I mean, I'm proud to say 2 nights in a row.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. during the storm. Well, you know what? It's monsoon season, so I got to get it on even more so.
That's true. For an aging man like yourself, that's good numbers.
Aging, not aging at heart, you son of a bitch. What do you consider aging? I mean, my face, I surprise people with my age.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, oh, just based off the conversation we just had, I assumed you're 12. Yeah, but you're a lot older than that.
Yeah, so surprising.
Yeah, so I just want some braggers. If you got it on last night, brag, man. Say, yeah, I got it on last night in the rain like a man. 600 KFMA. Or maybe a lot of people are in the same position as you and just didn't get it on.
They could have been.
I know. It's unfortunate. Another 27% of 15 to 24-year-old men have never had any form of sexual content.
That's
contact.
A pretty big range of ages, you know, as for kind of starting that kind of stuff.
Yes. Well, I guess. I mean, yeah, at 15 can be too young, and it's going to be, you know, it'll take a while for some. Some people are late bloomers for sure. But once you get like 19, forget about it. You should be in the game. 24, it's a problem with this incel culture that we have. It leads to violent things, you know, like that incident that happened up at Westgate in Phoenix like 2 years ago. That was an incel. That was just because a guy couldn't get laid and he was so frustrated. So hopefully that's not the case. I assume our listeners here at KFMA, they just get it. They get it all the time.
Bunch of cool dudes, bunch of cool chicks.
Let's go to the phones. We'll find out. Let's see. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Hey, this is Dominic.
Dominic, did you get laid last night?
Hell yeah, I did.
Hell yeah, I did. That's right. I believe Dominic.
Yeah. He's got the confidence in his voice.
Yeah, exactly. He has a pep in his step.
Sorry?
I said you have a pep in your step. What were you going to say, Dominic?
Oh, I was going to say it's something with the rain, man. It just makes it feel better.
It's nature's Viagra, man.
That's true. It's true.
Well, thanks for the call, Dominic. I appreciate you bragging.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. And real quick, I'm proud of you. Just want to let you know that.
Keep it up.
Yeah, keep it up.
Pray for some more rainy days.
In a row.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once you do it 2 nights in a row, that's beef status. So good luck on that. Hopefully it will rain again tonight. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, brother. All right. Okay. All right, that was from earlier today, you know, so it's just a segment where I wanted to brag about getting sex last night, you know?
You form a lot of segments around that whenever you're on a streak.
I kind of do, yes. It was all streaking. I mean, 2 nights in a row. When you get up to my age, 2 nights in a row is a big deal, man.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. You're like, how do you have it in you? You know? I mean, is it safe to assume in this room I currently hold the longest streak?
I'd say you got me beat.
I'm looking at everybody here.
I'm like, does it count if it's like you yourself and yourself?
No, that does not count.
Doesn't count.
Then no. Yeah, you have the longest streak here so far.
Yeah, damn right. That's right. 2 nights. I'm going for the trifecta.
Oh, no way he pulls it off.
Oh no, I'm pulling it off. I'm
Drink a
pulling off
lot
the
of
trifecta.
water.
Yeah, I am. I'm hydrating all day today. I'm doing my stretches.
I saw his bag. He's got some HGH testosterone supplements.
I got testosterone gel for days. I'm gonna rub a little something on my junk and be ready to go. It's gonna be fantastic.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, Drum. I appreciate that. And we're getting ready for another one. That's gonna be after this next little break that we're gonna share here. Also got a phone call earlier and F My Life. That's pretty funny. If you missed that, I'll share that with you here after we get through this next question. As I'm asking, very serious topic here.
Oh, nice. My favorite.
Yeah. And maybe we'll get some phone calls with it. We'll find out. You know, because the question is, and you think about it, like, would you ever be a sugar baby? Yeah.
Put some thought to it.
Yeah, put some thought into it. Get a good answer there.
There's been a lot of thoughts into this.
And or sugar daddy. And well, that's a great response, Strum, because, you know, I think a lot of women your age, this is one of these kind of jobs that didn't exist before, a generation before you. This is so it's almost mainstream at this point. Everyone knows what sugar baby and sugar daddy means for the most part.
Well, there's so many avenues to make it happen now.
Exactly. That's another thing, you know, and we're going to touch on that here live on the air in about 35 seconds. So, you know, and like I said, I've had friends that I was surprised. We're on these sugar baby sites looking for an actual sugar daddy.
Same here, actually.
Yeah, because then they're all kind of like clean cut and pretty. I'm like, really? We're going to do that? And then for a second, I was like, God damn, I need to make more money. Like, what is
or just go the other way?
I knew a few dudes who would do that too.
Yeah. Well, that's the question too. What about the guys? And I'm going to ask guys if they would be a sugar baby.
I mean, being a part of the LGBTQ plus community, I've seen it a lot too there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Here's your question of the day. 600 KFMA to call in. Would you ever be a sugar baby? All right. And I'm talking to guys and girls here. Like sugar baby by now is almost a mainstream term, right? The sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship is that of somebody who's usually older, who has money, who basically buys things for your company. It's not escorting, really. It's just kind of like a mutual understanding of sorts. And they even have websites out there for women to find their potential sugar daddies. And websites for guys, too.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally had a sugar mama at one point. So I want to ask first Drum, who's our most open right now. She's 22 years old and she's just raging sexually. So did you ever consider becoming a sugar baby? Would you ever do the sugar baby relationship?
I've considered it. I have like a slight fear of old people. So I don't know if
Are you terrified sitting in this room right now?
No, I mean like old people, like the people who are probably paying for these services are usually lonely, probably in their 70s and up. And I don't know why, but I've always just been generally afraid.
I think that's normal. I think that's normal. If you think like getting with a 70-year-old person is gross, you're probably right.
It's not that it's gross. It's more like
no, it's gross.
People
smell.
People look at old people and think they're so weak. They can't do anything to you. Look at this look. They're on this site because they're so lonely. And I'm like, that's how they get you. That's how you could cut me up, throw me in a desert somewhere. No one would miss me.
Right. But I'll tell
family.
you this right now, Drum. An older person, sugar daddy, could easily be like 45 years old because you're 22. So, that's essentially what the age range would be. Would you consider that type of sugar baby relationship?
I still think about, here's somebody who has money. They could pay for me to disappear, man.
Yeah, I think a lot of
terrifying.
times with these websites, they don't have as much money as they represent. But, yeah. So you thought about it, but then you got scared at the idea, which is normal.
You consider it, especially because I don't get paid a lot at all. I'm a part-time minimum wage employee, always have been. So I'm, you think about it, especially when you're eating struggalos. So
I've had friends that here in town that went to U of A that were college students, which just would love to get the extra money, and they don't mind taking a few pictures of their feet or sending some sexy pics, and maybe even going on a date night.
I mean, easy stuff sometimes.
The one I have considered though for sure was there's a cuddle one. You just cuddle. You can just get paid to cuddle with people.
That sounds even more intimate.
It sounds intimate, but you keep your clothes on and it's safe. You get maybe an hour. It's like cuddle therapy or something. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
I considered that one.
I'll tell you my situation. When I was 30, I had a sugar mama relationship. She was mid 40s. She lied about her age. She tried to say she was 36. There's no way she was 36. If you saw her face, you'd be like, nah, you're approaching 50 fast. She's cute-ish, I was attracted to her, but she reeled me in by buying me gaudy t-shirts and, things like that. Now, I was a sugar baby in a way that I got things, but I was also very trailer trash. So it didn't take much for her to buy me. It was a t-shirt here, some drinks there. She was taking care of me, but on a very cheap level.
Was it an official sugar baby relationship that you set up on a website, or
was it was there some sort of contract, initial agreement at the start?
No, she was a sugar mama in my eyes only. She didn't realize that I was a sugar baby. I just was and honestly, it was a point in my life where, I was single, as a single dad. I didn't have much money and I liked to do it. So it was mutually beneficial, I thought. But yeah, I knew it wasn't going to last, and she was a raging alcoholic as well. And then when she ran out of money, I ran out of patience.
No.
Yeah. So call me a whore if you want. I'll own up to it. I'm a whore. So I've done it, and I can't say that I wouldn't do it again.
I mean, anybody who does do these things, sex work is work period.
It's true.
Yeah.
So do what you
Have
gotta
an
do
open
for your
mind.
money, man.
For sure. Get your money, man.
100% do this.
Ain't no
I
rest
think
for the
I'm
wicked.
aged out of the category.
No, you're not.
No.
You got a baby
But-
face.
Yeah, you do
It's
got a
true.
baby face.
It's true.
If you shaved, I'm sure. I mean, there might be somebody who, like, if you shaved all this and kept like your little dirt stash.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
There you go.
The problem is the longer I grow my facial hair, the younger I look because it just does not happen.
Yeah. See, there's a market for that. All right, coming up next, we got another one with drums. Keep it right here to Rock 102.1.
On the next L.A. Lloyd Rock 30.
It is L.A. Lloyd, and I've known the band Seven Dust longer than the Rock 30 is.
Clear. All right, yep. And we are super clear.
Clear.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily a gigolo by any means.
It sounds like you wanted to be, but you weren't talented enough.
I would have. Yeah, I mean, there was a period in my life, probably like 15 years, that I would, if I was in better shape or whatever, I was more blessed, I would totally be a whore. I would be the biggest male escort out there.
I think I'm a nice coffee date. That's about what I'm looking for.
I'm great at coffee.
I mean,
dates.
I'm sure they should come up with services like that. Like, oh, here, a cutesy date to make somebody feel like they're actually going on a cutesy date if they can't get a cutesy date. That's smart.
True. Yeah. Like the same. I mean, I think that's like a lot of what the sugar baby sites are.
Yeah.
But they need to rebrand it like with a spin-off kind of like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like stigma to the sugar baby thing.
Well, when I mentioned the cuddle thing, it is true that there's like a contract that you keep it so that way it does not get sexual. Because cuddling can lead to more.
Yeah.
But
usually does.
The site,
some people might be doing that like service specifically to try to push that.
yeah. So that's why they made it the cuddle therapy, because they set it up so that way the therapist can feel safe, and less like exposed, I guess. I don't know. But it looked really cool. I was like, oh, and they're everywhere. I
How
didn't expect
many
that.
hours did you spend looking into these sites? Honestly.
It's just kind of around you. I mean, you hear about OnlyFans all the time.
course.
I mean, I'm on my socials. I'll see advertisements to do this. So out of curiosity, I'm like, what the heck is this? Always take the time to educate. And so I jumped in and maybe
Hold
like
that thought real
no more than
quick.
an hour.
That is interesting as well, because obviously the advertisements you see on your social media are marketed towards you, right? Your algorithms.
Oh yeah. Well, it's because I mean, like you said, I'm 22. Google sees I'm a female, so they're like, oh, she's probably broke and looking for money. I see a lot of quick ways to make cash, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I really am. And jump on Pornhub, and then
Well, I think that's what it is. See, that was the connection I was going to make. It's her porn history, and that algorithm is bleeding into her social media. So then they're just like, hey, you ever think
I'm
about
not-
OnlyFans? Hey,
I'm-
you ever think about banging an old dude? Hey, you ever think about giving a hand job for money?
Well, I mean, I do see a lot of MILF stuff. The MILFs will get you.
Oh, yes, it will.
Dirty Zuckerberg and his tricks.
Or if I'm watching a lot of anime, when I was younger, like maybe 6th, 7th grade, I used to go to not legal sites to watch anime.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah,
because we didn't have Crunchyroll when I was in 6th grade.
Right.
So it would be like me trying to watch anime, and it's like an advertisement. It's like people down in your neighborhood ready and waiting. Like, how do they know my location?
Yeah, Christina made a good comment here. It's like, you like porn? Get paid to do what you love to watch.
Yeah, exactly. Christina, right on the dot.
Mm-hmm.
There was a second that I was like, and I was, I don't know. I know too many people who watch porn, and that would be an awkward family dinner. Like, I know all of us seen me.
Would you do feet pics?
I've considered feet pics. I have considered.
I'm trying to get my girlfriend to do feet pics.
Would you consider yourself to have nice feet?
Yeah, I do actually. I think they're pretty.
You want an honest evaluation?
I mean, I'm
do you have
not
a
gonna
picture
whip,
of your foot.
No, I'm not gonna whip out
Okay.
my foot right here, right now. That's weird.
Well, I'm just saying, I give you an honest evaluation. I'm kind of a foot expert, so I would be able to say whether or not you have nice feet.
Beef subtly revealing his kinks.
No. Well, I mean, it's not a full blown kink. Like I've said before, like I haven't banged feet, and I have no desire to bang feet.
I think you have said this before. Why does this keep coming up?
Oh, I mean, I just got to keep reiterating. I mean, it's not a foot fetish; it's a foot appreciation.
Beef's like,
And
if you
there-
have feet, sell them to me.
No, I'm not looking for foot pics or nothing like that. But if you say before you go into any kind of like, hey, I'm going to get into the foot game, I would say whether or not you're going to make money at it by a quick glance. And be like, yeah, those are good. You could take pictures of those very photogenic feet, or no, man, your feet are whack. They look like they're throwing up West Side. Not good.
There's a market for every kind of foot.
Yeah, there
right
is.
now.
I mean, well, I've been told by like different people whenever I wear like sandals or something, they're like, "Oh, your feet like look really pretty. Have you ever considered selling?" And
I'd wrap those things
but,
up if I was
like,
you. You gotta pay for that.
Low key, that kind of freaks me out though. Like feet do kind of freak me out a little bit. But like pictures of it, it's just my picture. No one has to interact with it physically. That makes me
Right.
feel a little more
Right.
comfortable. But if they're interacting with my foot physically, I'm like, you will catch these hands.
Okay, that's fair.
I got a question for you, Beef. Would you? You're a man of town. People know who you are. You got a platform.
I have a few people that know who I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you sell your underwear?
Oh.
No. If they were listeners and they wanted my underwear, I would gift them because I
So
appreciate
nice.
them listening. Yes,
Aw.
I would never sell them.
I think that's the win right there. Because
That
like
is a win.
people say like if you could have a brand new pair of socks every day the rest of your life, you're living a rich man's life.
That's
You
true.
could do the same with underwear, but you could be making some bucks.
Yeah, and I have to get new underwear soon too because the underwear that I'm wearing is starting to wear out, and I didn't realize this because it creeps up on you, But I was laying in bed the other night, and I'm just kind of relaxing and just in my drawers, and my girlfriend's laughing at me because I got a couple holes in there, and I didn't even realize they were my drawers that had holes in them. I thought they were holding up pretty well, but I did feel a breeze.
And you have said you're the kind of guy who does one pair of underwear every day for like a month, and then you get one new pair, wear that for a month.
No, I've never
I
said
was about
that.
to say,
You've said that
ew.
This
before.
guy, look at you. You're trying.
Ew.
Look, I'm removing him from the stream. Everybody, like, you're gonna say this blasphemous shit, try to set me up to be this gross guy. That's not it. I'm very clean, actually. You can smell me in all areas, and you're gonna be like, oh, I did not
I was
expect
about to
that.
ask, are you that type of dude to like take a hit off the mint julep and be like, I brushed my teeth?
No, Beef, he does smell good. If anyone's wondering.
Yes, I
He always
smell
has.
fantastic. Yeah, it's a thing, and I encourage my daughter to smell good too because I didn't want to raise the smelly kid.
Yeah.
That's definitely a goal. All right, I want to share this F My Life that we got today. It was a phone call from Brian, and this was before we actually did F My Life. It's a fantastic story, and it's also a PSA to watch out for tequila. Try not to drink too much. He swore it off, and I don't agree with him swearing off tequila because I love tequila, and it's the best spirit. And every time someone mentions tequila or I bring up tequila, I also bring up a fun fact about it. And Aaron's probably heard me say this numerous times. You know what it is?
No, tell me.
What is it?
It is that tequila is the only alcohol that's a stimulant. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
See him
That's
nodding?
actually good to know.
Yeah, he
Yes.
says it.
Everything else is a depressant. Yeah, no, I say
Yeah.
it because it's an awesome fact that people
It is a good
don't
fact.
know and realize. So instead of drinking poison like Red Bull vodka, which is very poisonous and bad for your body, if you need energy and you're out drinking, sip or take a shot of tequila, and that will give you the kind of boost, the natural energy boost that you're looking for.
Is that why they say when you got to be careful with tequila because everything's a stripper pole?
Yeah, well, because tequila is the number one alcohol where you can get so drunk where the lights are on, but nobody's home. So the depressant, you get so drunk, you pass out. But with tequila, you could black out, but then still have energy for days.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your
man.
body's still going out doing stuff.
Yes.
Your mind was asleep hours ago.
Yes. Yeah. So here is Brian's F My Life story about tequila. Check this out. Oh, wait. That was almost a good setup. I'm gonna do it again. Here is Brian's F My Life story about tequila. Check this out. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
My name's Brian.
Brian, what can I do you for?
Beef wanted embarrassing and funny stories. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. You have an F My Life you want to share with us?
Yeah, I got a pretty good one.
All right, what you got?
All right. So right when me and my wife first started dating, I was hanging out at her house, and she actually lived with her mother at the time, and her little brother. Well, her mother is a big pusher. We're hanging out, we're drinking, we're having some tequila. Well, her mother force feeds me like a bottle and a half of tequila that night. Okay, so everybody goes to bed. We're cuddling. We go to sleep after doing the deed on the couch. Well, I guess in the middle of the night, I had gotten up to take a bath. And in that time, I had gone into her brother's room, which at my house would have been my room in relevance to the bathroom, and climbed into his bunk bed and fell asleep cuddling him, big spoon style. So this is how I wake up. Her parents come in to wake her little brother up, and I'm in there sleeping, cuddling him, right? So they wake him up. He freaks out because he's got my big old hand wrapped around his chest, and So they get everybody out of the room, and then she comes in to wake me up, and I open my eyes, and I'm staring at the bottom of a bunk bed of the one in front of me, and I said, oh my God, I'm in jail. And I look around, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in Chase's room. How am I here? And then everybody starts dying laughing. There's a picture of it and everything.
How old was Chase?
Chase at the time was probably 15.
Ooh.
Probably 25.
Yeah, it's a bad look, man. That's a real bad look. Yeah. And you're still married to your wife, I take it.
Yeah.
That's good news. So I had to look at the silver lining in this. But yeah, that's definitely an F my life because you're like, no, it's not what it looks like. I swear.
Yeah. It was a funny time. I woke up that morning, it was all F my life. I'm never drinking tequila again.
100%.
Drink tequila again.
Oh, I agree with you, Brian. That was definitely an F my life situation. I appreciate you sharing.
Yep. You have yourself a good one, brother.
You too. All right. So shame on Vegan Negan, who said at the beginning of this phone call, I bet you he bangs his girlfriend's mom. And you know what? Shame on you, B, and shame on me because I thought the same thing at first. I'm like, oh, that's not enough my life, right?
No.
But no, he did not bang his mom. So that was definitely an F my life.
Like his own mom?
No, not his own mom either. You didn't hear. I guess you didn't hear the stream, but that's fine. All right, about minute 45 before we get into our another one with drum. All right. I did ask the question, what did you fall for? Here's the beginning of this segment because Aaron has a really interesting story about getting scammed. Check this out. KFMA, welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I came across this story the other day of a woman who fell for a scam. Is essentially she was catfished, right? The story wasn't too impressive. I don't care to share it, but it did make me think, when was the last time you got scammed? Because I know I've been scammed before. 600 KFMA. I'm here with my good buddy, Aaron. Good morning, Aaron.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for being had. Now, let me ask you that question. Have you ever been scammed before?
So I was thinking about this, and not a traditional Nigerian prince or anything, but
right.
I have had my identity stolen, which is a whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. How'd you get your identity stolen? That's one of those things where like tweakers rummage through your trash or your mailbox and do it. Is that what happened to you?
It was kind of like that. I was back in high school. I had my driver's license in my glove box of my car.
Oh, yeah.
Tweaker rummaged through it, got my license. But I guess he was a pretty handsome guy because everywhere he went, everyone believed it was me. And so I had to do police reports for everywhere he went. He went to like Safeway, into a gas station, into the Wells Fargo.
Wait, so this kept happening to you?
Like, yeah, he went on a run for a while. So I did a police report for every single instance.
How long did this last?
It was a few months, probably 3 or 4 months before he settled down.
Damn, 3 or 4 months, and he got money out of your bank account as well?
Yeah, and the police looked through security footage at one of the banks, and they're like, "Are you sure that's not you?" I'm like, "This guy's a tweaker. Come on."
You're like, so yeah, that's Aaron's crazy story. Let's get into this. Rock 2.1. It's time for another one with drum.
Breaking news from Main Street to your street.
I think you just blew this thing wide open.
God, I love the local news. Every summer they tell me how to beat the heat, and every summer it works.
So, what are we doing? Are we just jumping right into this? Or?
All right, what do we got today, Drum?
74% of parents say their kids eat healthier than they did.
That doesn't surprise me. Last night, I took my dad out to Greek. It was the first time he's had Greek food.
Really?
He's in town visiting, and I'm like, how the hell have you not had a gyro in your 68 years of living? And he's so like closed-minded when it comes to food. There's so many different things that are actually healthy foods that he won't touch with a 10-foot pole.
Greek is one of the healthier foods you can have, I think, like eating out.
It is the healthiest diet. The Mediterranean diet is the healthiest diet, and for your heart and for just longevity in life. So, yeah, I just extended his life for like 3 days by feeding him a pita sandwich. Yeah.
That's amazing. It's good that you brought up closed-mindedness because apparently kids are now more open-minded when it comes to new food. You know, a little coaxing here and there. They're still kids. But 7 in 10 parents say that they will get their kids to try a new snack and they dare them.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
I always do reverse psychology. I credit this to TikTok. TikTok is one of the reasons why kids are open-minded with food because you always see those little food trends.
Yeah.
And just the internet in general. You're seeing food from all over the world. And then you realize, hey, like all these people in different parts of the world, they're eating this very distinct food, but they love it. It's their favorite dish. So it must be pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think they said over a quarter, 27% say their kids have embraced vegetarianism, or another, and 23% are raising like a flexitarian child who prioritizes plant-based foods.
Oh, well, they're raising a bunch of pansies. I'm not down with that, but I mean, the other stuff is good.
I have heard of a lot more kids eating vegetarian diets, though, just like my friends that have kids and stuff. And these younger generation.
Is it their call or is it their kids' call?
I've heard it's a mixture of both.
Yeah. I mean, I've not by choice, but I've been eating more veggies just because, like, for some reason, I get sick when I've been eating meat. For a reason unbeknownst to me, but
yeah,
I mean, I miss carne.
Well, yeah, eat what makes you feel good.
That's
I
right.
mean, that's rule number one for sure. All right, what else you got?
Lickable wallpaper. Apparently,
Ugh.
a Willy Wonka themed hotel will include lickable wallpaper.
That's funny. Would you go to a Willy Wonka themed hotel, Aaron?
I absolutely would.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
I would be pretty dangerous getting stuck in tubes and stuff like that, but I'd still be there. So it's worth the risk.
Look, we just did a report on hotel rooms and how nasty they are.
Yeah.
And that's not just the black light on the bed thing. Like everything about the hotel room is nasty. So you're talking about a hotel room where you could lick the walls?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I was really concerned about that. Thought it was gross. Luckily, by the way, the lickable wallpaper is changed in between guests. So
at the very least, a scratch and sniff would get the job done.
Yeah, I guess. These schnozberries taste like spoogeberries. I'm not in to that.
But it's really cool because they said that they're going to give you a golden ticket. That's basically your room key. The bath you can take a bath in chocolate if you want to, which is pretty gross to me. But hey, some people are into that.
Right.
They're going to have a
That's
whole
gross.
chocolate fountain so you can dip marshmallows in. So that's cool.
Wow, that's crazy. A lot of people, that room's going to be booked. I mean, it's brilliant on their part, but I'm not going to make a reservation. That's going to be pretty expensive too, I imagine.
Oh yeah, it's gonna. I think it's about $277 a night, but the chocolate baths are extra, about $208 per night.
Wow.
So
it's an expensive bath.
Yeah, man, that's gross. And if you drink that chocolate that you just bathed in, there's a special place in hell for you. That's disgusting. All right. Well, excellent job with another one, Drum. When we return, I'll give you your beef tip and wrap things up. So stick around. It's coming up next on Beef Vegan Presents Rock 102.1 KFMA. So the question goes to you streamers out there. Would you stay at the Willy Wonka room? Would you pay an extra $200 for a chocolate bath? That's what I want to know.
So is it just a room or is it the whole hotel?
It's a hotel in the UK. They're going to be offering stays in a Willy Wonka themed room, so it's just that room.
Oh, okay. I was picturing like different attractions like throughout the resort.
Okay,
I was sell it out.
When I first read it, I thought they meant like the whole hotel.
Yeah.
And I was like, how does the maintenance work? That's so gross.
Right.
Like, pest control. Now you don't got to worry about just bed bugs. You got to worry about ants and all this nasty.
Have you heard of
stuff.
Candytopia?
I haven't.
Have you?
No, but it sounds like paradise.
It's pretty awesome. That's what I was thinking of when you're talking about it. It's like this it's like traveling candy museum that goes to different cities. It was in Phoenix for about a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And you go and it's this whole interactive thing, and like you go to different themed rooms where everything's built out of candy. There's different candy you can eat in each room, and then there's a bunch of basically set up like Instagram photo opportunities. So like they like stage you into different things, and you take pictures and you eat a bunch of candy. So I was kind of picturing something like that, but there's rooms above it too.
See, that sounds kind of fun. If you're not somebody who's into like sweet stuff, though, I mean, it's probably not a good time. Maybe
not
don't
a
go
good
to
place
those.
to go with diabetes.
Right. So our instant survey on the stream, a bunch of people said Adrian said F no, not even into it at all. Christina jokingly said, who doesn't love a chocolate flavored bath? Yeah. That's
Christina,
disgusting.
respect, man, respect.
Jeff said, I'd stay in the room, but no bath. No in the bath. Why spend an extra $280 to not get clean? I mean, you still have to shower after your bath. You realize that, right?
Yeah. And then if they replace all your water with chocolate, that's just a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I
Can't avoid this.
Like, you don't even want to do it. in a chocolate bath because, that's like infections and stuff like that. There's nothing sanitary about that.
This feels like a sex sent me to the ER kind of vibe if you do that.
Right.
It's going to call TLC.
But if you
We're
do it in a chocolate bath, make sure you request dark chocolate. And then when you're done, it's milk chocolate, which is super nice. Yeah, sorry. Okay. I know. That's the appropriate response. I appreciate that.
You're gonna have one guy in the background. He's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, you need to get an "oh yeah" guy.
Well, Mike says, "Hell yeah, $200 for a chocolate bath. I'm in." So
it's an experience.
Respect.
What do you think it's gonna feel like?
I don't know, like chocolate. I guess.
You're covered in stickiness.
Yeah.
I mean, well, if the chocolate, because it has to be melted in order for you to get in. So I mean, imagine the initial would be like warm. I hope it's warm and not like scalding hot. You get in, you're.
Yeah, but then what if it gets cold and it hardens and you're stuck forever?
Right.
Wait, that's how they get like a mold of you.
Situation?
They're like, we have a mold of you, and
like
you're like, how'd you get
Solo.
that? Yeah, exactly. They have a permanent mold of you thanks to that chocolate.
You just would have to eat your way out. As simple as that.
This is how the start of cloning happened. That's how they get it. That's how they get you. They made you pay an extra $200 for it too.
Brutal. Yeah, I don't know. Just not a fan of the concept at all.
I mean, the second they introduced chocolate fountains to like big buffets before the pandemic hit, I remember thinking, that's it. Like, that's gross.
There's a whole new pandemic coming out of those things.
Oh, yeah. I remember the 2-year-olds with the sticky fingers would like put their hands in the fountain. I was like, I don't want to touch that. That's disgusting.
No, they put their hands in the chocolate fountain, then go grab a bunch of French fries from the hot plate.
I remember going to one time and thinking when like they first introduced them, I want to try this because I didn't know any better. And I walked up and I saw this like 2-year-old little boy like put his tongue like in the fountain. First of all, I'm impressed with how he was able to get up there.
Yeah.
Secondly, he just went like tongue full into that fountain. It was disgusting. And I was like, yeah, it's time for me to go. I'm going to go get ice cream at the self-serve.
That's a good call.
I was like, I don't want to die.
Like if you go to one of those fancy fondue restaurants, though, they're awesome.
Oh, I've always wanted to try fondue. It looks so
you can get like
cool.
a cheese one with a bunch of stuff to dip in that, and then dessert, get a chocolate one, a bunch of stuff to dip in that, and they're pretty awesome. They're not cheap places though.
I believe. Where have you gone?
There's one where I grew up. There's a place called Fondue Fred's in Berkeley, California.
Oh man!
And that was like where my sister always went for her birthday every year, and it was awesome. Just dunking a bunch of stuff in cheese and dunking a bunch of stuff in chocolate.
Do they just give you a giant pot full of melted cheese essentially?
Yeah, you get like little pots over candles of cheese, little pots of chocolate over candles and stuff. Then just
like the melting pot.
A bunch of stuff. Yeah, like the melting pot. Yeah.
But that place
do they have one of those around here?
Well, they did in Tucson at the Tucson Mall. Not the Tucson Mall, but the Foothills Mall. It went out of business, just like everything at the Foothills Mall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never been to the melting pot, but I thought the concept of a fondue restaurant was flawed from the beginning.
It kind of just seems like appetizers and desserts.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the flaw.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I like cheese sauce like more than any guy. I put cheese sauce on everything if I could.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to create a whole restaurant concept around it, I was like, this is not going to work. And I was right. So I feel good about it. Yeah.
You guys talked about appetizer, like places that are built around kind of eating appetizers and stuff. I thought of Sweet Tomatoes. That was like my sister's favorite spot.
True.
We would go, you start off with like the salad buffet, and it was like anything, and they always had like these cool sunflower seeds, which I thought was like cool.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. It
Yeah.
brings back memories.
Yeah, it was so good. And I went because in the back they had chili. They always had like these different chilies, and one of them was like super spicy, kick you in the face.
6 seconds.
Best time ever.
Nice. All right, let's get on, wrap this thing up. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're almost done with the show. It's 9:57, which is fantastic. We got new clocks, so we get to end the show a little bit later than usual. So get used to that. So before we leave you, though, I'd like to leave you with this. According to a recent study of 2,000 dog owners, they found that a majority of dog owners talk to and confide in their pets.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As they should.
Absolutely. Now, we know that dogs understand us very well. Dogs are very smart. We love our dogs. And it's okay to talk to them. But here's my beef tip. Do not unload your problems to your dog. Okay? It's a dog's life. Doesn't necessarily mean it's always good. Your dog can get depressed too. But it's really depressing when their best friend is always bitching and complaining to them. Nobody wants to be best friends with that person. So if you're always complaining to your dog, they're going to end up not liking you and they won't be your best friend.
On the other hand, they get to find out all the juice too. They're like, ooh, you like so-and-so, or you're into that.
That's different though. I'm saying don't bitch, don't complain, don't, get your dog depressed. So my beef tip of the day, again, is talk to your dog, but keep it positive. And gossip is fine. Dogs love gossip, but everyone knows that. All right. But when you start depressing them, you're just being a dick. So don't do that. And there's your beef tip. That's our show for today. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you, Aaron, for coming in.
Of course.
Thank you, Drum. As always, we'll catch you tomorrow morning. And for the rest of you guys, thank you so much for checking us out on the stream and the show. Riley's up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Let's go.
When you wish upon a side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.
I introduced myself as well.